In a world where magic is real, but highly illegal, the Star Seeker is a wizard who must solve a wizard crime or else get thrown in wizard jail by regular police. Welcome to Star Seeker in the Secret of the Sorcerous Standoff, a short point-and-click mystery adventure developed and published by Benedict released on November the 4th, and selling points for tons of possible responses for every combination of questions and clues, customizable pronouns, lovely pixel art, charming soundtrack, and a goat that goes bah, which is honestly a hell of a selling point. A helling point. Forgive me, I might have started. No, I didn't. Yeah, continues grayed out. Okay. Yes. Oh. He, her, they. Custom. Alright. I want to go full screen. Alright. Let us begin. Eh? Yeah, what was that? Probably just one of the tenants broke something. I'll chew them out in the morning. The alarm! Fire! The fire alarm! Fire! On my property? Yeah! Hello, 911. There was a gunshot in my building, and then, I don't know where, the fire alarm's going off. Send someone, quick! Hold tight, sir. Emergency services are on their way. You better hurry. Is any trouble in my building? Yeah! Yeah, acknowledged, sir. Don't worry. Our best people are the best around. Oh, I love this art. Star Seeker in the Secret of the Sorcerous Standoff. You. Me? Calling me in at 3 in the morning. What's your problem, boss man? You blind kid? We're the police. There's a dead body right there. Sure, but this got to do with wizards, right? This is a magic situation? Bring me in as a consultant on illegal magic, not as a beat cop. Look at him. Looks dead. Looks wizard smart, Alec. Get an eyeful of this place. Alright, yep. Looks like the dead guy's probably a wizard. Still, what exactly do you need me for? Something weird with how he died? I'll say. One thing, there's more than one dead body here. Take a look under the sheet. Gross. We don't know who this guy is, why he got involved with that wizard, or why they're both dead. There's a lot of pieces that don't add up in this case, and I've got more than one probable cause to say magic was involved. Well, that's it. You're hopping out today, whiz kid. Unless you want to violate your parole. Sheesh. Fine, old man. How about you give me your best guess, your hypothesis about what happened here? I'll use my deductive talents and magical know-how to fill in the blanks, and we'll have this chore done before breakfast. Sounds good. First, what we know for sure. At 2:40 a.m., we received a call from the landlord reporting a fire. According to the caller, a fire started at 2:35 a.m. Okay, evidence. Fire alarm 2:35. Landlord reported 2:40. All burn out now. Before that, the caller heard a gunshot at 2:10 a.m. He ignored it at the time, but it was probably connected to this case somehow. Somehow. Don't get ahead of yourself, kid. First thing we did was set up a police perimeter and started a search based on likely escape routes. We still haven't found a suspect. Leo's cops are all over the place. They got a perimeter and a search party set up and the rest of the city's on alert. Alright. Arrived at the scene at 2:50 a.m. And after our initial investigation, I called you in. Because you dragged your feet, it's 3:20 a.m. right now. 3:20? 1 hour off from the drugs number! So, what did that initial investigation turn up? You've got some clues for me to work with, right? Listen, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You see those yellow cards? What? Well, the evidence has been labeled and recorded, see? But did you find anything useful? Listen, kid, what is it you think detectives do? Find clues? Solve crimes? Don't be stupid. Detective's job is to go over the crime scene and put little yellow cards next to everything so someone else can come by later and put it all in labeled bags. Eh? Listen, solving this crime is optional, see? Everyone's dead. Nobody's pressing charges. All I need to do is get everything neat for the books. Then why did you even wake me up at 3 in the morning then? Because getting everything neat for the books means following procedure. Procedure calls for called in an arcane and consultant when magic's involved. So I'm here as a formality then. Well. Are you done briefing the consultant, Officer Also, Officer Flaney? Who's she? Dr. Opal Wida. Forensics. My wife's ex. Here to support the investigation with forensic stuff. Like this to look good, understand? She acts polite, but she'll take any excuse to drag me through the mud. Serious grudge. Oh, you want me to help you look good, Leo? Please. We don't quite get along, but something in it for me? I'll push to shorten your parole. Just at least pretend to take this seriously, okay? I'll hold you to that, boss man. Excuse me, what are you two muttering about? This is the consultant, right? That's me, Starseeker at your service. Leo here was just about to brief me on the case. Yes. Looks like the guy by the door, whoever he is, died, somehow. But dollars to donuts will fight a cause of death around here somewhere. Probably. Yeah, probably. Also got us a dead wizard, but we don't know what kind exactly. We need to figure out what caused the death for him, too. Got some kind of hologram by the door here. Where'd it come from? Some sort of hocus-pocus antics, no doubt. Blasted wizards. None taken. What? Sorry, did you not say no offense? No, I didn't. That's fair. But when there's a suspicious wizard statue sitting there, don't know where that's from either. Lord knows what that's all about. Is that it? Well, I'm sure there's more to it. Take a look around and see what you can find. Move around with probably the arrow keys, and press space to inspect stuff around the crime scene. Right, an X is cancel, and I can use return to save or change options. Find any evidence, I can press A or D to review it in my head. Think you've had an answer to one of my questions. Talk to me to go over the hypothesis. Right, let's get down to business, yeah? Alright, here we go. Hey. Here's where the goods are at. Huh? Spellbooks. All that sweet, good knowledge. This ain't a candy store, WizKid. Here to investigate a crime, not load up on illegal magic. Hey now, you don't trust me? I swear I'll just keep the stuff that's relevant to the case. Better, Seeker. So let's see. Oh, it's trash. Trash? Yeah, it's all 101 stuff. I already know most of this junk, except for all this class-specific stuff. What do you mean, class-specific? Like those 2 big books here. Spellbooks for Go Wizardry and Stop Wizardry. Those spells only work if you're a certain type of wizard. That's what I figured. You guys come in types, right? I mean, not usually. If you take a class, you sacrifice all your other magics so you can use spells from a list of class-restricted stuff. It's pretty good if the dead guy here is one of these types. It means there's only so many spells it could have used here. No stuff we have to worry about, huh? Bleh. Yeah, but it's worthless to me. Let's see. Which spellbook should I check out first? Go Magic. Wait, what? This book's completely baby school. It's only got 3 low-level spells. Guess let's check it out. First we got Portable Hole. This one's level 1. It works space little. It makes holes through things without damaging them. It can make holes up to 2 meters wide and 4 meters deep. Pretty impressive for a beginner spell. And looks like it lasts until the caster gets more than 6 meters away from the hole, or until they end it. Okay. Creating holes. What's next? Reversing rune, huh? This one's pretty cool. You draw this symbol on something, or stick a sticker on it with something. With it on something, and if it's moving, it turns around and goes backwards. Like stick on a car, and suddenly it's going against traffic. Or stick it on yourself while you're falling and fly into the air. It's handy. That was a level 1 spell too. What else is there? Gotta be level 2 to cast this last one. It's called Emergency Exit. Some fancy fire magic here. Let's use fire as a portal to teleport through. Cast it, you're immune to fire for 30 seconds, and you can pop over to any fire within 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers? Gah. Hey, widen the search perimeter. Perp might have had a 2-kilometer head start. That's right, as many men as you need. Step on it. 2 kilometers, okay. It's a handy escape path. Top of spells, there's also some diagrams of tattoos you need to be a go wizard. Okay. To get these kind of ugly tattoos on your face. Fire themed. That's it for go wizardry. Kind of a lame spellbook, TBH. I want to go over what I learned. Should press A or D to remember it? Okay. Spellbooks. 2 board books here. Go magic, stop magic. 3 stop magic. This is kind of the introductory text. Not much high level stuff here. We've got living memory, a level 1 spell. Projects a static image of a specific moment in time according to how you remembered it. Looks like it's got a duration of 2 hours. And there's mass arrest momentum. This one's the level 1 too. 1 2. 2 TOO, as in it's also level 1. Sheesh. Anyway, the spell is sort of your basic freeze. Anything in the stop wizard's sight that just sort of stops in time. You still see stuff and think though, and you can break out if you're strong enough. Strong enough? You gotta pass a constitution saving throw. If you're beefy enough, or if the stop wizard tried to freeze too much, or you're just lucky, bam, spell over. Starts moving again. Otherwise it lasts until the stop wizard decides to end it. It's a nice stop sign on that. Last thing we got, flesh to stone. Yikes, this one's level 2. Level what 2? Level 1? You're doing that on purpose. To mess with me. I would never dream of that, such a thing. Leo hexagon. Octagon, I mean. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Flesh to stone that you turn someone or something into a statue. Pretty nasty stuff. So you can't use it if the target already has a status effect, though. You try, the spell rebounds on you. Not fun. But apparently you need some special tattoos to be a stop wizard. Alright, so markings on the back to be a stop wizard. That's what all this book's got. Give me a break. This is kid stuff. Alright. You need to remember it? Oh my goodness! Good God. Yeah. I was not expecting this. Looks like it worked. Theo would put me back in the clique if I used unauthorized magic in front of him, but... Lightning Bolt Mind doesn't need any words to activate. All I have to do is press A or D. I don't think it affects my head, so Officer Flaney won't know anything's up. The spell lets me speed up my thoughts so that it seems like the whole outside world stands still. Inside my own head, I can recall all the evidence I've gathered. Remind myself what I have to work with. Most important thing I know. It's what I don't know yet. Uncertainty. It can be fun to come up with crazy explanations, but if I'm losing my way, it always helps to make sure I understand the question. Oh, and then there's that thing. I installed that a while ago as a sort of photographic memory thing. It really only works for the last few things people said. This is kind of useful if I zone out and miss something important. If I talk to the log, it'll repeat the last 20 lines of dialogue. Then there's all the hard facts. So to go to the crime scene, I'll collect evidence like this. I can look at it directly to refresh myself on the details. Alright. Or I can hit X to put it in or out of mind. Why do I want to do that? I mean, you've seen the crime scene, right? It's a mess out there. Bound to be evidence that I just don't need at some point. Things that we already figured out the point of, red herrings or enigmas we just can't see being useful yet. I turn off the lights with X, the evidence won't come to mind when people ask me questions. Of course, if I'm wrong, and some piece of evidence turns out to be important later, I can always come back and turn it back on by pressing X. That's all there is to it. Toggle Lightning Bolt Mind by pressing A or D, and turn evidence on and off with X. Like, this Leo's gonna think I'm a real super sleuth. Okay, wow. So here's go magic. This is stop magic. Alright. Oh. Cops are all over the place. Yeah, we got a lot to learn here. Uncertainty, right? How does this work again? Can inspect evidence to check what I need to know about it. Next to turn on. And spell back to the real world, press A or D. Back we get. Okay, that's a lot. Ah, looks like I got a statue of another wizard in his lair. It's kind of menacing, doesn't he? Yeah, I'm no fan of the creepy statue. Can't shake the feeling it's important in this case, though. I don't see anything interesting about it now. Let's check you first. Gah, this guy's, he's dead, alright. This is the victim. Most likely. He's the guy who owns the room, anyway. He's the guy responsible for this place being a huge dump, huh? Got a name on this guy? No. Huh? How do we not have a name? Well, I took a look at the lease. Name of the man signed his name as None of Your Business. None of your business? Yep, none of your business. With that little angry face. Man, that ain't subtle. I think he'd at least come up with a plausible fake name, yeah? Anyway, dang. Got a bullet wound in him, and there's blood all over the floor. What wound? Seems kinda open and shut. His robes are kinda burnt, but it looks like most of him was untouched. I think the bullets what did him in. Singed pretty badly near the hem. Doesn't look like the rest of him got burned. Probably not the cause of death. Okay. And he's holding a candle. It's not lit, but it used to be, judging by the wick. Oh, that's a candle? Whew. I was kinda worried that was a stick of dynamite. Why would he have dynamite on him? Red candle. Wick's burned. Candle's been used. Anyway, hey, he's got those tattoos from the book. You can use those to figure out what kind of wizard he is. Okay, he's a go wizard. That's what the size of it. What's got us worried is that we don't know what happened to the other guy. That chart thing near the door. Yep. Here to here is no mystery. Let's check you next. Geez, this guy's almost unrecognizable. Except for the ears. Some kind of elephant man. No idea who this guy is, though. Make a note of the state of it. What's left of the body. Body lying in the ash by the door. It's been singed pretty badly. It might still be recognizable. Holding an unloaded gun. This guy looks familiar. Probably seen the wanted posters. His name is Slick 'em Up. He's got 6 counts of armed robbery on his head. And now he's a ghost. Shouldn't you have called? The Ghostbusters aren't real, Seeker. They're real. In my heart. Anyway, no. It's some kind of hologram or something. You're the wizard. You figure it out. But, yeah, I think I've heard something about these. Looks like what the Stop Wizardry spellbook said about living memory. I should talk to Leo and see if I can draw a connection. Okay. Hi, goat. So, there's a goat. Is this your goat? Of course not. It was here when we arrived. So you don't have a pet goat, is what you're saying? No, why? Looks like it doesn't agree. That mark could mean anything. Why would I? I don't have time for a goat. You're hurting its feelings. I am not. I'm not affiliated with this animal. Sure. Goat. Does it belong to Opal, even though she's been absent-mindedly petting it? Oh. You saw it all, huh? You know exactly what happened. I see. What is it? Did you cast some kind of speak with animals spell? What? No. Goats can't talk. Oh, that's too bad. I'm just being friendly, Doc. You should try it. I'll pass. Yeah, Doc. Sheesh. Oh, wow. Cause of death. So, we can scroll through here. Dead wizard. What kind exactly? So. how does this work? No tattoos on the victim's face. Now I can do this. Okay, I got it. This guy's a go wizard. Oh, what makes you so sure? Check it out. He's got those tattoos on his face, right? Those tattoos match the tattoos in the Go Wizard spellbook. Makes it pretty obvious what he is. Are you sure that's not a trick? Could just be face paint. Go check. Dude, no way. You want to rub down a dead guy's face? Justice is messy, kid. You think I'm gonna... I already inspected the body, actually. It's definitely... It doesn't come off. Those are tattoos, certainly. Thank you, forensics lady. Even though we're not supposed to touch anything, and you just admitted to breaking that rule. Not that I'm complaining. It saves me having to poke the guy's weird, dead, sort of gaunt face. That answers that. The stiff's a go wizard. Alright then, what's next? Oh god. Seems he shot through the heart. Who's to blame? Who gives love a bad name?
This is updated.
Oh, wow. Cause of death for this guy, too. There is. And it is... the goat. You! It was you, wasn't it? Don't play games with me. Where were you on the night of the 25th? Oh, a wise guy, huh? How'd you like to spend the rest of your life behind bars, punk? I swear I'll bleep the truth out of you if it's the last. Okay, nope, I'm putting a stop to this right here. Puns are goating one step too far. Boo! That was good. Alright, let's get a little more information here. What is this? Oh wait, I got a space bar. Geez, what a mess. I'm guessing this is where the fire was. That'd be a good guess, yeah. It's a lot of ash. That's pretty weird, right? What'd you expect? It was a fire. Yeah, but for what? Less than 15 minutes? Whatever burned to an unrecognizable crisp here, it burnt up really quick. And, what's this sticking out of the pile? Some kind of wire. Actually, there's a few wires sticking out of the pile. And that's about it. They look kind of like unwound coat hangers. Looks more like baling wire to me. Baling wire? Baling wire. For baling hay or straw like you do on a farm. Oh, yeah, one of those farms I'm all the time hanging out on. So I would totally know what that is. Baling wire. Some kind of actual statue that burned? This is a puddle of wax. Looks like it. Color made me think blood at first, but it's definitely wax when you look close. Some candles in this puddle half melted. Well, some are completely melted. You see the wicks floating in it? You can see the wicks floating in it, see? Oh yeah, I was wondering what those stringy things were. They're white. It doesn't look like these candles were ever actually lit. Someone melted a bunch of unlit candles on the floor. Probably the big huge fire that apparently happened right next to them, yeah. Melted but never lit. Then burned here with intense heat. Dang, are you seeing this, Leo? What, the table? Yeah, the table. It's got a real nice gram here. A pentagram. Isn't that the shape wizards use to cast evil spells? Yeah, Leo. The shape wizards use to cast evil spells. There's no artistry or subtle craftsmanship involved. It's just a shape, and it's just so evil. Don't get smart with me, kid. Things for summoning demons, right? You can use it to summon a demon, sure. But they've got a wide variety of applications depending on the way you inscribe them. Draw the shape different and it does different stuff. You're oversimplifying. Maybe, kid. Maybe. Not even going at how good your dead wizard buddies are at geometry, alright? Tell me what the thing was for. Well, I can't really say, actually. It looks like it burnt up before they could finish it. Finish it? You know, finish it. Detail stuff. Runes, sigils, inscriptions, the works. It's a basic tool for sacrificial rituals. Without more context, I can't say what they were up to. can't just analyze the trace magics or something? If this were a dead architect and you handed me a piece of blank grid paper to analyze. Fine. Just keep that thing in mind. Pentagram table. Oh, it definitely broke. I thought it was like a fucking shuffleboard. No, not shuffleboard. The cornhole thing. They can play wizard cornhole. Throw the beanbag through the pentagram to summon a demon. What is this? Oh hey, check this out. Eh? Bottle of premium extra virgin's blood. This is the good stuff. It's expensive too by the looks of this place. They had to save up their money to buy it. Virgin's blood? What insane hell did they have that for? I mean, all kinds of things. Just about any sacrificial ritual you could name calls for at least a drop of it. This is pretty basic stuff, Leo. You sure you're a detective? Pfft, it's your job to know creepy facts about magic, not mine. What's this mean for the case? Nothing really. The standard wizarding supplies I could expect any decent sorcerer to have on hand. Only thing weird about it is how high-end this particular bottle is. They're probably planning something big. Half-full bottle of extra virgin's blood. The mint on the black market. That's weird. What is? This book. Looks like it's describing some kind of demonic ritual. This one's pretty complicated, though. I'll just flip through it. Oh, wait! Huh? What is it? You can't turn those pages. There. That's disturbing the crime scene. Huh? Wait, reading books counts as disturbing the crime scene? You've got to touch to turn the pages, right? That's not allowed. Okay, so I guess I'll just blow on the pages to flip them. But no, you can't. That counts as touching them. There's no way that counts. Oh, yes it does. Hands off, Seeker. Seriously? Look, I'm not giving her an inch with this. Follow procedure to the letter, got it? Fine. Touch the book when we've got probable cause to disturb the scene. Oh, okay. Hologram. Select. What do you have to say? This lady, what was her name? Wida? Right, Dr. Opal Wida. Can I help you? Yeah, what's with that big machine you've got there? Machine? Yeah, that microscope-looking dealie. It's a microscope. So, you've already identified it correctly. Good work. A giant microscope on wheels? Yes. I mean, the obvious question I've got here is how come it's so big? Aren't microscopes usually conveniently desk-sized? It's, when it's bigger, it can fit more lenses and increase the focal length. Which means I can see smaller things. What kind of smaller things? What kind of things do you need to see that a regular microscope can't handle? Well, evidence said traces of, things. What, like individual molecules? It's not that powerful, but, an individual bacterium, for instance. When do you need to get up and close and personal with germs? When dealing with pathology cases, or, Did Flaney put you up to this? Huh? No? What? No. Be up to what? Asking you about your microscope. He hates me. He'll do anything to see me gone. Don't know what he'd accomplish by looking into my equipment, but he had no, I was just curious. Don't need to drag the boss man into it. Sheesh, what's with these two? Oh, the goat. So that thing yours. No, I don't know what that's doing here. It's just sort of, it was chained up when I got here. So you've got nothing to do with it, huh? Or do you? I like this story. What? You've been standing right here next to that goat the whole time. Why is that, huh? I'm keeping an eye on it, and staying out of the way of... You know what I think? I think that's baloney. I think you and that goat are best friends. What? You wanted to bring your goat friend along to work, but that wasn't allowed. So you chained it up and pretended it was part of the crime scene. You have some sort of compulsion to come up with ridiculous theories. I'll thank you not make fun of my player character disease, ma'am. Okay. Okay, die by the door, whoever he is. Do we have anything? Let's apply the cause of death. Really, the cause of death is the goat. Oh wait, I already did this. Shit. Sorry, what other silly choices can we do? Ugly tattoos. We're good getting those. Just to make sure, you didn't shoot this guy, did you? What? You didn't walk in, pop the wizard with your gun, and then bring me in to help cover it up? No, why? As I do it, just take a couple months off my parole, I'll throw my hat in with police corruption in a heartbeat. Honest, anything for you, boss. I didn't dang shoot nobody, Seeker. Get back to work. He's got scorch marks all over the hem of his robe. Think it might have been the fire? The fire? Think that did it? Well, maybe not. Doesn't look like the burns go past the robes. He's totally fine otherwise. Try something else. Okay, let's... Oh wow, it says this is literally our spell book. And perceptions. Control fate. Trying to figure out what that noise was. Portable hole? We sure it's a bullet hole? What, the wizard? Yeah, I mean, maybe someone cast portable hole on him. Wouldn't that do the trick? Think the Go Wizard cast portable hole on himself? Well, I don't know if that'd kill him, that's the thing. I'd never used that spell, so... Like, what happens with his vital organs if there's a hole there? Do they vanish? Or do they just get warped out of the way? Well, he's bleeding pretty bad, so if it is portable hole, then that answers your question. It doesn't make sense that he'd do it. I think in the spellbook said it could backfire. And I've inspected that body. That hole is definitely a bullet hole. Oh, well, if you've already checked it out, then I guess we gotta try something else. Why that bullet wound, since we know for sure what it is, I should bring that up with Leo. Alright. Well, he's got a bleeding hole in him, is the thing. I think maybe he got shot. Sure about that, kid. I mean, there was a gunshot earlier, and he's a guy with a bullet hole in him. This case doesn't exactly call for Sherlock Holmes, does it? What about those robes? Look like they've been burned. Don't think he died from the fire? Probably not. Scorch marks don't really reach the rest of him. It's just the clothes. Doubt this guy even got burned, much less, like, burned up. Guess you're right there. Let's go with that for now.
Hypothesis updated.
Okay, so this is fully... Oh my god. Oh my god, I love that. I don't know if we can pinpoint that yet. I'm gonna hologram. Living memory. Hologram by the door. Exactly what the effect of a living memory spell looks like. Or what now? The thing from the Stop Magic book. The thing that projects an image of a moment frozen in time according to how the caster remembers it. Oh right, that thing I was paying attention to. Yeah, that one. That's the spell, is it? Really doesn't add up, though. That spell can only be cast by a stop wizard, but there's no one like that around. I think it's one of the dead bodies. Maybe. There could be some other explanation. Stop wizard could have run, or hid, or... Could it be?
Hypothesis updated.
Well, it's a progress bar. It's, hey, what's this? It's a bathtub. What, you've never seen a bathtub before? I mean, I thought it might be, but it's covered with a curtain. I'll just look underneath then. Hey, watch it. You can't do that. Huh? He's right. No disturbing the evidence. Hands off, remember. No disturbing? What if there's some important clue under there, though? Then you just have to leave it alone, don't you think? Are you serious? I can't just move a curtain aside. Look, kid. Do things by the book today, got it? Nobody's ever gonna find a reason to get me written up. Well, we'll see about that. If you can establish probable cause to look inside, prove this bathtub's concealed important evidence, then that's another story. So I gotta prove there's something important under there before I check whether there's something important under there. That's the long and short of it. You're a smart kid. Get looking. Okay, so these are gated off. Till we do some other deductions. The toilet is pretty suspicious. How so? I don't know exactly. You should totally add it to evidence so you could make theories. What? No, why would the toilet matter? I don't know yet, but... No, I'm putting the kibosh on that. Who knows what kind of gross-out jokes gonna make if I let you do that? Really good ones. No. Fine. I'll examine you again. Living statue of a wizard. Kinda give me the heebie-jeebies. Goat. It's a goat. A what? Well, it's like a ghost, right? And ghost is only like one S away from goat, so... Hey, shut up. I'm onto something here. No, Seeger. No, you are not. I bet this is from the goat too. Hey, goat! Ah? You do this? The statue? Yeah, I figured. Gotta be hard to sculpt without hands. Good. Gotta make sure to check. What we want here is the, flesh to stone. Dude, I think I figured it out. What's got you all excited? That level 2 spell. A stop wizard can cast flesh to stone, but the spell can backfire. Backfire, the wizard who cast it gets turned to stone themselves, which means... That statue isn't just a statue, it used to be a real stop wizard. Huh? It's a pretty wild theory, but... I mean, how else would we explain this thing? Guess this means that that statue used to be a stop wizard, and he tried to pull something during the incident. No, that'd be one here anyway, since someone cast living memory. Yep, all adds up.
Hypothesis updated.
How did backfire? Leo, you feeling alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Why do we not look fine? I mean, we just established that statue was the stop wizard like a minute ago. He's right there. Oh, right. Just haven't had my coffee yet. It's like 3 in the morning. Takes me a while to connect the dots. Yeah, hang in there, boss.
Hypothesis updated.
Stop wizard cast a spell. Here, living memory created this illusion. Dead go wizard, shot to death. Guy in the hologram. Okay. He's a goat. How about that goat? Does it belong to the toast? He's a goat farmer, maybe? Goat farmers don't usually break windows, take goats through windows, then tie goats, those goats up in a room they're burglarizing. Pretty non-standard goat farmer activity. Well, you might think that, but... Oh dang, he's right. Makes it impossible. Yeah, never mind. Scratch the goat farmer thing. Whoever he is. So I cannot but notice. Found a clue, did you? I mean, you really don't know who the dead guy is. It's burnt up, but... Who do you think it is? I mean, it's gotta be Slick him Up, right? The guy in the hologram. He looks exactly the same, is the thing. You'd think that, wouldn't you? Think again, kid. Body's burnt to a crisp, see? And the corpse is burnt, you can't identify it. But look! It's wearing the same clothes. It's the same height. It's him. You don't know that. What if it's someone else and they just switched his clothes? Why would they... You're saying they disguised a different body to slick him up, then burned him alive. Criminals are sneaky, kid. They just had Slick's clothes lying around because... Shouldn't I be asking you that question? Figure it out. I'm not gonna figure out the secret underlying cause of wild guess you just made up. With no evidence. Just to make things more exciting, man. Can we just, for 1 minute, entertain the wild theory that the guy looks exactly like the deceased is actually the freaking deceased? Fine. Suck all the fun out of my job, why don't you? Oh. Probably am going to run into some convoluted junk like that eventually.
This is updated.
Go here from the hologram, try to rob this dumb, end up dead somehow. Probably cause it death. Cause of death is obviously... This wasn't your fault, was it, Leo? What? Kid, what are you on about? Police brutality, man. How do I know you didn't kill this guy and then set him up like something here? Did it? Cripe seeker, give me a break. You think I don't know the cops are corrupt? You guys are a bunch of fascists. Yeah, I've heard it a million times, kid. I'm not gonna claim things don't get ugly in this job, but you know as well as I do that the city'd be a smoking crater without us. Don't give me that. How do you know the people wouldn't self-police without the pigs in the picture? You want to crack open a history textbook? They didn't. Does it mean they wouldn't now? Sure, maybe you legalize magic and get a nice happy wizard paradise. And the first time some angry high schooler summons an apocalypse demon, it all burns to the ground. Doesn't justify the things you do. It's exactly what justifies what we do. Justifies killing people and framing someone else for the crime? But no, it doesn't, and we didn't do that. Fine, but I've got my eye on you. Well then. Cooked well done. Nice. You. Oh. I think that's the third time I've accidentally done that. Oops. Oh, back out of here. Oh, cause of death. Ash pile? So you see that huge pile of ash in the corner there? Yeah? That lines up pretty nicely with how they reported the fire at 2:35. Same fire that probably cooked our dead crook here. Look at him, he's toast. Think he burned to death. I don't know how else it would have happened. It's only one gunshot, and only one guy bleeding out. Ah, yes, the state of the body is consistent with burning to death, yes. That good enough for now, Leo? Yeah, I guess so.
This is updated.
Wizard, how did backfire? A halting problem. Did the goat do it? You know from the book that status effects on the target can make the spell backfire. Bird guy was kind of near that goat, right? Maybe goat stank was the status effect. What? I'm telling it like it is. Don't shoot the messenger. Yeah, you do. Don't kid yourself. It's really not that bad. Oh yeah? Sticking up for the stank goat, huh? Digger, unless you're serious about goat smell being the status effect. Serious like a fox. Then don't waste my time. Okay. It was burnt. Well, I think the target was probably that guy by the door. What makes you say that? He's pretty crispy, huh? Unlike the other guy, who just got his clothes singed. I'd be sure he was on fire at some point. Sure, that makes sense. What does it have to do with the statue? Remember the spell description for flesh to stone? Backfires so the target has a status effect. Burning is a pretty classic status effect. Ask anyone. I don't know about that. I don't think he'd notice. Huh? That the guy was on fire and that the spell would backfire. Seems like the first thing you'd check if you'd wanted to cast something like that. Well, that's true, but maybe he wasn't thinking of the non-magical fire as something that would count. I mean, these guys are pretty inexperienced, judging by their library. Alright then, I'll trust your judgment on this one.
This is updated.
Alright then, looks like we've got the basic facts of the case down, finally. That crook slicked him up trying to rob these wizards and ended up burning to death. There's also a dead go wizard who got shot and got set on fire. The bullet was the cause of death. Top of that, it looks like the stop wizard cast a spell here. Living memory to make an illusion of what happened. Then he tried to cast flesh to stone on the robber, to finish him off. Since the robber was on fire, it counted as a status effect, and the stop wizard turned to stone. But there's a couple suspicious details we haven't figured out. Like, how did the fire start? Why didn't Slick escape before getting burned alive? I don't think it matters, does it? Huh? You know what happened, don't you? Why won't you just file your report already? I don't think we need to spend too much more time in this hole in the wall. Is that so? Seeker, we're not done here. Is there anything else catching your eye? I see what you mean. The poor fire's situation is pretty spish. Spish? Spish? Like short for suspicious. I see. The whole fire angle on the situation is way spish. Plus, you said that the landlord heard a gunshot at 2:10, but the fire didn't start until 2:35. That's spish too. What's happening for all that time? Oh no, but I'm ordering you right now. Never say spish again. Buzz off, Leo. You're not the boss of me. I'm literally the boss of you. There. Friggin' Killjoy. Wise guy. Suspiciousness aside, you better pay me back for the cost of all those syllables. This can't be the whole story. Not because of all the open questions, then because of how there's like a zillion pieces of evidence we still haven't used. The way this game has that many red herrings. Game? I mean, case, whatever. Anyway, Leo, you doing things the same as before? You have questions, I come up with the answers? This really isn't necessary. Can we just go back home? I'm deciding that ma means no. Get back to work.
This is updated.
Why'd the fire start? Why didn't Stick Up escape? Okay. Alright. Oops. Progress. That's our first checkpoint, so to speak. Weird wires. Looks like that's the source. I don't think there's anything else we can learn here. I know this guy's a stop wizard who ended up on the wrong end of his own flesh to stone spell. Not a fun way to go. Maybe there's the trouble of locking him up at least. Man, have a little empathy. How would you feel if you got turned to stone? Is that a trick question? Because I wouldn't. I'd be a statue. Pah. Just because he's a wizard, you don't care what happened to him. I think he deserves what happened to him because it could only have happened to him if he tried to turn someone else to stone and failed. It's, what do you call it? Karma. Sheesh, remind me not to invite you to any funerals, Leo. Yeah, Leo. Alright, how did the fire start? Goat? Goat's an arsonist. No. Yes, probably not. I'm not convinced. How did the fire start? Used candle. You know that candle the wizard's holding? What about it? Well, the wick's gone black. If you look at those melty candles on the floor, you'll see there's 4 of them, right? More importantly, the wicks aren't black. They've never been lit. That 5th candle, one for each point of the star on the table, I bet, had to be on fire at some point. If the other candles melted without burning, that means this one was probably lit recently. Since the wizard's holding the only recent source of the fire, he's probably the one who started it. Oh no, there's a lot of other possible explanations, so we should keep our eyes open. For now though, we'll run with that and see where it takes us. That said, even if we know why there was a source of fire in the first place, there was one heck of a blaze going on to leave a pile of ashes like that. What caught fire and how did it spread? Let me get back to you on that.
This is updated.
God, it's a creepy picture. Haywire. So here's what I'm thinking. Whatever burnt up over here had to be really flammable, right? I guess so. Fire burned itself out at most 15 minutes after the alarm went off, before we showed up. Smoke was mostly clear by then. It was probably sooner than that. That's what I'm saying, yeah. I think I know what it was that went up in smoke. Yeah? Those wires. They were used for binding hay bales. They probably had a bunch stacked in the corner to feed that goat. Yeah, buddy, I know. Where'd all the food go, right? That'd explain why there's no charcoal or debris in that pile besides the wires. Yeah, alright then. Now that we have an idea of what caught fire, and who started it, we still need a why. A why? That's right. Did the wizard start the fire on purpose? Was it an accident? Does it really matter? You know what caused the fire, so why speculate about the motives of a dead man? What, you don't want to know? I just think it's a waste of time. This is a police investigation. Wasting time is practically our chief responsibility. Figure it out, Seeker. You got it, boss.
This is updated.
Charred robes probably may say that it's an accident. But clearly it was a goat. Could have just been that guy. The goat got spooked and started running around, bumped into the wizard, and made him jump the candle. So you say, but how do we know you weren't tied up after you started the fire? Aha! We've got you on the ropes now. Doesn't seem like anyone who was in any shape to tie the goat up after whatever happened wait. We're talking animals! I'll get to you yet, you little bearded menace. I love this. See, I think that's where the robe singed come in. The fact that his robes are all charred means he was in the fire, but he managed to put himself out. That's weird, isn't it? I suppose, but I don't know what that means. He was on fire. Was it an accident? How controlled was that burn, really? Did he want to set himself on fire? Did he have some reason to do that? Well, that's me, kid. Figure it out. Was he trying to emergency exit? Wait a minute. First I thought setting his own apartment on fire didn't make any sense except as an accident, but... Emergency exit spell. Walking through fires to teleport. Wanted to get away from the guy blocking the door and was pointing a gun at him. Could set something on fire and cast the spell. Get the heck out of Dodge. You just happened to have a lit candle to do it with. Well, it's pretty obvious they were in the middle of setting up some kind of ritual when Slick showed up. He'd probably just lit that candle and was getting ready to use it to light the others. So then what? Lit himself on fire? I'm not sure. Might have gone to go light the hay on fire. Maybe he just used his own robes, yeah. By the way, it sure didn't work the way he wanted. Something went wrong and the blaze went out of control, huh? What do you think happened? Let me think about that one.
This is updated.
Oh wow. Alright, so it updated the past bit. Emergency exit failed. Why didn't Slick escape? Alright. Here's where they keep... Working our way through this. Goat. Been through this. Immune for fire for 30 seconds and can warp 2 kilometers. It's probably the emergency exit spell that's the key to getting through that. Well, if he was trying to use emergency exit but his robes got charred. Maybe he hadn't used the spell before, but was expecting it to work differently. Like it says it makes you immune to fire, but maybe it doesn't make your clothes immune to fire. Maybe he cast it at the wrong time and he was already on fire before he cast it. By the way, he could have panicked and avoided the spell. Makes sense. Not a sure thing, though. You're positive he messed up in that specific way. There's no more obvious problem in the way of him casting it. What, like? Oh. All that ash. It's probably got a smoke, too. Sure was. You got here late, but this place smelled awful when we showed up. So maybe the fire itself interfered. You got a lung full of smoke. You might have been too busy coughing to cast the spell. Oh, maybe. Get the feeling there's a more direct explanation, though. I think we kind of have to go with the obvious here. The obvious? I mean, he's super dead. Slick hair shot him. Ah, yeah. Good point. That just seems like the sort of thing that would stop him from casting a spell, you know? So doesn't have any weird failure conditions like with the statue thing? Nope, nothing like that. I think it's just, you can't cast a spell if you're not alive. I mean, unless you're a lich or something. I'm just not gonna worry about the undead right now. Sure he didn't get shot after he cast the spell and failed. Well, I don't think there's really anything else that could have stopped him from casting it. Bullet is definitely looking like the more likely suspect here. Alrighty then, take your word for it, magic expert. Ah. So. I'm honestly not sure how much is left here. I think we're just gonna power on through the rest of it. We're close to the second coin, so we'll review. So this cook here from the hologram tried to rob this dump and ended up burning to death. Before the Go Wizard got shot, it looks like he tried to set the hay on fire and cast emergency exit to escape. Go Wizard got shot before he could finish casting, and the fire he started went out of control. Looks like the Stop Wizard cast a spell here. Living memory created this illusion. He tried to cast Flesh to Stone to finish the robber off, but since he was on fire, it counted as a status effect. The Stop Wizard turned to stone. Why didn't the Slick escape? Oh, did cast Mass Arrest Momentum? I've got it. Why Slick didn't just move out of the way? Lay it on me. He didn't move because he couldn't. That Stop Wizard could cast Mass Arrest Momentum, which freezes things in place. Oh, right. Just a magic spell that does exactly the thing I was talking about. Guess I've got sort of a blind spot for people randomly breaking the laws of physics. Fine, makes sense. That Stop Wizard cast all of his spells to try and stop the robber. Well, he started with the freeze, then the memory, and Flesh to Stone would have had to have been last, since he couldn't cast anything else if he was a statue. Got it.
Hypothesis updated.
That would do it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ah, fine. Is that enough? Are we done? We know what happened. Robber burst in, the dead guy started a fire, the robber shot him. The statue man messed up at magic so bad that everyone died. Think that'll satisfy the chief, Leo? I mean, it all checks out. Can't think of a reason not to write this up and turn it in. Wait, hold on a second. I don't think our explanation actually holds up here, now that I think about it. That fire tripped the alarm at 2:35, 25 minutes after the gunshot. The fire really have started before the wizard got shot. Could just be that it took that long to get big enough to trip the smoke detector, but that'd be awfully convenient. And another thing. What about all that stuff I wasn't supposed to touch? What about all that stuff? Like the bathtub with the curtain over it, or the other pages of that book on the table. Just going to let those things be a mystery. Afraid we can't disturb the crime scene without probable cause to link the specifics to the crime. Well, how are they not linked? Never proved they were. Well, they related to some crime, right? The spellbook on that table is proof that they were illegally practicing magic. That is, in fact, a crime. Well... I'm afraid we don't have a warrant to investigate arcane misdemeanors. We only have a warrant to investigate the violent incident. Just go home. Weren't you the one complaining about having to bother with this in the first place? Do you just want to look at that spellbook so you can peek at its magic? Hey, shut up. Completely clean, got it? I'm gonna violate my parole in front of 2 cops. Anyway. It's not in a way that they can see. Why should we trust you? Why should you trust me to not to read spellbooks in front of... Wait a minute. Figure something out, Seeker? No, he didn't. Doesn't matter. I'm not allowed to turn page at that spellbook because we don't have a warrant, right? Absolutely. Don't you dare go and touch that thing. Wait a minute, Seeker, you... Just be clear, I'm not allowed to flip through spellbooks unless I have a good reason to think they're connected to this crime. Yes, you... Wait. Interesting. So when I went over to the bookshelf and went through those other spellbooks, I was breaking the rules, right? Yes, you were. Leo, arrest him. I don't think I'm about to do that, actually. You! It just seems pretty funny to me that you didn't have anything to say when I was checking out those books. You sure were quick to remind me of the rules, except when those rules meant we couldn't figure out our easy little explanation here. Wait, Seeker, are you accusing Opal of obstruction of justice? Something like that. Oh, that's impossible. It's none of your business anyway. Like maybe she knows something about this case that she doesn't want us to know. Leo, my man, you wouldn't have happened to arrive on the scene after our forensics expert, would you? That's... meaningless! It's meaningless. I didn't touch anything besides checking the bodies. Why would I want to do that? Because you're a jealous harpy who wants to see my career go up in flames. What was that? What'd you mutter just then? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm certainly not going to just believe Seeker's claims. He's a loose cannon. Uh-oh? Good. Hey, boss, what's the big idea? But he's making a serious accusation. I think it might be worth looking into. May not be authorized to open up new magic cases. Wait. I've got the authority to perform an internal investigation on subordinate personnel. Looks like a bunch of things in this room are all materially relevant to the investigation, or what have you. This is unfounded. Probably counts as harassment. I'm going to HR. If you like, have fun with that. Seeker, I've just got one question for you this time. Is there any proof that the story Dr. White wants us to believe can't possibly be true? You can investigate anything in this room in as much detail as you want now. Oh, damn.